Welcome to U.S. Army's West Point Academy. Nowhere else in the world can trust fund kids LARP as warfighters, then get to their first command and do PowerPoint for 3 years. I'm excited to see what they go through, as I myself have never been an officer in any branch. I can't imagine what you pick as your major when you go to a school like this. Are you gonna pick something generic that'll help you on the outside? Maybe business, maybe medical, even though it's not gonna transfer directly to the leadership position you're gonna get put in, maybe artillery, infantry, etc. I think the most useful major would be something leadership based, and then maybe a minor in daddy's lobbying firm. I'm just kidding. Today, I get to lift up the curtain and see what's on the other side. Thankful to Business Insider for making this video. Dude, some like junior officer is gonna find me on the streets of San Diego and just beat my ass. You think West Point's a joke, motherfucker? Doesn't your dad work for Lockheed Martin? What the fuck? Before we jump into that though, if you wanna support my patch making company, check these bad boys out. Check that shit out, dude. It's firing energy drinks. Badass. Bad habit or cool habit? Link down below. Let's jump into the video.
Ready?
The shaving of the heads. Little do they know you're gonna do this at least 2 to 3 times a year, because the barber on base is gonna fuck your shit up. If you're curious why my hair is short right now, the barber fucked my shit up. It's a rite of passage every other month. And you have to pay them after. It's a humiliation ritual. You gotta pay them for making you look like a fucking rent-a-cop. Low fade? They don't know what that fucking means.
On a scorching Monday in July, over 1,200 cadet candidates arrived at the U.S. Military Academy for Reception Day. Also known as R Day, it marks the beginning of their time at West Point.
All day long, the new cadets will do a transformation from their civilian status, and at the end of the day, take their oath to serve our nation in the Army.
Why did you decide to come to West Point?
Both my brothers went here, and it's a great
Lacrosse,
school,
bro.
and
Perfect. That's the dude you want as an OIC.
No better school to do that.
All of my uncles, they served in the Army, and they're telling me that all about the school, how great, and all the leaders that came from it, so I just want to follow in their footsteps.
Seems like such a sweetheart. Oh, dude. Something about old-time photos of old-school military just gets me off, bro. The nostalgia factor of it, everyone just looks so much more badass than we are now. One of my buddies was rejoining the Navy, and it was the NOSC in San Diego, which is like the reserve center. Dude, they have mail clippings from like the 60s. I'm pretty sure the 50s too. Something about like just everyone in this photo being dead and just how fucking gnarly shit was back then. It's weird because it almost seems mythical. Like looking at this shit, and if you were to scan through a bunch of like photos, it almost seems like a different world. We got reincarnated into one where today's generations think they're trans, furry, Therian. There's kids on TikTok that think they're part deer. And then we see this generation and it's just like, damn, bro, someone went into the fucking water and someone got poisoned. What the fuck are kids drinking nowadays, dude? We are completely different humans than these dudes in the photo. I digress. Let's jump in. God, that's sick, dude. Over 200 plus years old.
West Point is located about 50 miles north of New York City. It's in the Hudson Highlands. It's called West Point because it's located on the western point of the Hudson River where it bends. George Washington recognized this as a strategic point of interest because the British had to tack as they came through the Hudson River. It's the longest continuously garrisoned military installation in the United States.
That's sick. I'm gonna stop talking shit on Army during the Navy and Army football games. That's fucking sick. If you were to be an Army officer and you weren't going for just like to pay off your school debt, which like some officers do, right? Like doctors in the military, newsflash, there's some that like want to serve their country. A lot of them are in it for the debt repayment program. If you were just wanting to be a badass Army officer, why would you pick any other school? This seems like something out of a fucking fairy tale, even if it is gonna be way harder than a regular school, just because they're probably gonna slay the shit out of you. Wouldn't you want this just for like the stories to tell your kids? I don't know, maybe I'm biased because when I went to college, it was night classes after I got off my full-time shift, and it was just like single moms trying to reclaim their youth. So maybe I have a different perspective of other colleges, but this seems way cooler than what the fuck I went to.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the United States Military Academy at West Point.
After a short orientation, the cadet candidates have 60 seconds to say goodbye to their families.
Families flew out to see them? That's wild.
For the next 6 weeks, contact with family members, if any, is extremely limited.
What are you crying? It hasn't even started
Eisenhower
yet.
Hall, the cadet candidates are now called new cadets.
New cadets, move! Let's go! Up to the tape!
Yo, move along the wall. Am I understood?
Yes, sir. Think you're special. Look straight forward.
In 2018, to be accepted at West Point, you must be a United States citizen, in good physical condition, pass a medical exam to be able to be commissioned in the Army, and have high academic achievement.
Iron soldier!
Tuition at West Point is free, but the cadets commit to years of service after graduation.
After their 4 years at West Point, they've committed to 5 years active duty in the Army with 3 years in the reserve component.
That's not bad at all, dude. Regular enlisted contracts are that long and we don't get the college aspect of it. You know what would be, like, really sell this shit? If and it would probably fix retention for Army officers if there is any retention issues. Have the school time count towards total time in service to make up for their 20-year retirement. Because then you got them for at least 9 years, and you might as well tell them, be like, dude, you're halfway to retirement by the end of their first contract. Bro, you would never have officers getting out. Oh my God. Bro, what the dude, this is the bet. No school debt. And if it counted towards times in service, which I don't think it does, but if you change that one thing, dude, you're gonna have maxed out application to West Point. I want a commission for this idea. 10% of all cadets contract. You guys know when like fucking OnlyFans models sign to like a management company and they take 30% of their lifetime things? Every commission in West Point after they make this change that I advised has to go to my direct YouTube fund.
Well, you guys get there.
The new cadets are issued physical training or PT uniforms,
You cadet, you better close this gap.
along with a bag that holds everything they're allowed to carry for the next 6 weeks. Their next stop?
Didn't Shane Gillis go
Barber
here? I could have swore Shane Gillis went here, dude.
Only the male new cadets are required to cut their hair. The female new cadets get to keep their locks.
Hi, how are you? Thinking about West Point? What do you think? Maybe? Brother and sister here? Pretty exciting.
West Point started admitting women in 1976.
Is the general
Today,
recruiting
more
her?
than 20% of the cadets are female.
That's a
Over 24%
that's a good
class
guy
of
right there, man.
2022 are women.
Close that gap, new cadet. Close that gap.
Saw
So we've seen a
16-year-old.
Not
I was
only
like,
an
"Ugh."
interest in
How about you
women
sign your life away?
applicants, but also the retention of women cadets.
The new cadets are assigned to companies, where they learn the basics of taking orders
You wait for all commands. Do not do things on your own initiative.
and marching in formation.
Right, new cadet.
We have upperclassmen from the junior and senior classes that are here leading the new cadets.
Let's go! Do you want your boots or not? They better be in the bag.
So this is a leadership laboratory, not only for our new cadets, but also for our upper class as they work on their leadership skills.
Everything the new cadets learn on our day culminates in the oath ceremony. Family members gather for one last look at the class of 2022 before basic training begins.
Is this still the first day? Or they just expect the family to just sit around in New York?
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
One of
It's still the
the
first day.
most common traits that I see of West Point
Damn.
applicants is
That was quick, dude. You got 100+ people, sized uniforms, all their head shaved, taught them formations in marching, then a day? That's fast as shit, dude. What? Unless I'm tripping and they're just making the family stay multiple days out of pocket at out-in-town hotels. But I came from like extremely poor white trash. Zero chance my family could have flown out to any of... Dude, thank God Navy boot camp graduated in Illinois, because there was zero chance my family would have came and saw me at any fucking thing. I think the last time I saw my family was like 5 years ago. I'm not even fucking kidding. I think it was like 5 years ago. But then again, if you're able to go to college in the first place... But I like bashing people for having good families. Oh, you really set your kid up for success, huh? Oh, you want to go see your kid at graduation and support his lifelong decision? God, I'm so fucking jealous of everything.
They want to be part of a team that's bigger than themselves.
Those who complete the rigorous 6 weeks of basic training will be formally accepted into the Corps of Cadets.
It's gonna be a long 6 weeks. I can tell you that. It's gonna be. I'll get through it, take it day by day, but I know it's gonna be long. It's gonna be hard, but I'm prepared for it.
I feel like it's gonna suck, but in the end, it's all worth it.
All of us know what to expect, really. We just go in there, you know, get yelled at a little bit, get on the bus, get yelled at some more.
I think it's gonna be fun. You know, everybody always talks about it's gonna be a miserable time, but I think if you embrace the suck, it's gonna be okay.
That guy watches Nick Bear. Dude said some embrace the suck. Nick Bear actually gets commission on anyone that goes to West Point. Just like anyone who goes to West Point now has to pay me 30% of their contract like an OnlyFans chick. I don't make the rules.